McAllen, Texas, where earlier today I got the opportunity to see what's really happening on the border firsthand. And as we showed you just moments ago, I toured the region by helicopter and boat with the governor of the great state of Texas. And back with us once again tonight himself, Governor Rick Perry. Governor, you've been very generous with your time.
Sean. Glad you came down.
As I sat through that briefing, and I was up in that chopper, and I was out on that boat, I'm honored that I got to do it and had the opportunity, but I couldn't help but think, especially during that briefing, that the president needed to hear that. Yeah,
the numbers that you saw, the reality that you saw, and John Jones, who is a former Navy SEAL, runs our fusion center, an incredibly capable anti-terrorism expert. He gave you a picture of what's happening in this region of the world, and frankly, what's happening all across this country, because they're not just stopping in Texas. These individuals that are penetrating in some 600+ thousand criminal events by illegals that have occurred over the course of the last 6+ years.
This is what he said, and he had a pie chart. In the last 7 years in the state of Texas, 624,000 crimes committed by illegal immigrants against the citizens of Texas.
Yeah.
Now, that was the one thing that stood out. The second thing that stood out to me, Governor, is he talked about where they are apprehending people and where they are coming from. It's not just Central America, El Salvador, and Guatemala, etc., and Honduras. It's also Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria, and Pakistan.
Historical high numbers this last year, in 2013, historical high numbers from those countries you just mentioned.
What is that? I mean, is that not the single greatest national security threat we have? What would be, if ISIS or Al-Qaeda wanted to come through, if these guys are coming through, why couldn't they?
Other than having an economy that's not allowing us to be able to fund our military, I would suggest to you this is, if not the number one of the highest priorities for this country from a national security standpoint, is making sure that this border is secure. Now, the good news is, when I met with the president yesterday, he basically said he philosophically agreed that the border security things that we talked about, moving the Border Patrol forward, securing this border with National Guard troops, he philosophically agreed with. I hope his actions will follow up with that and prove that he does care about the security of this country and about dealing with this border.
I want to go back to this briefing this morning, and I probably asked more questions than I should, but I'd been to the border 8 times prior, and I think I learned more in that briefing than I had in any other meeting I've ever been in, and even my own observations. But they're talking about the cartels are using military tactics in terms of human smuggling, drug smuggling, criminal activity, and then you got to wonder about terrorist activity, maybe, potentially. How do you fight back when you don't have the resources?
Yeah. Well, what you also heard was that they saw the same type of tactics in Afghanistan and Iraq that you're seeing with these individuals, which tends to tell me that the drug cartels and the terrorist elements out there are probably in some type of consort. I don't know, can't prove that, but my instinct is that that's probably what's going on out there. So we need to focus very much on securing this border, and we know how to do that, and that's one of the things I shared with the president yesterday is, we'll certainly work with his folks, show them how to do that, but they have to be willing to. There has to be that will to secure the border, to put those National Guard troops in place, and move everyone forward, if you will. As you know, right across the way here, where we're on the river, the Border Patrol all too often, and by the way, the Border Patrol men and women are doing an incredible job. These are hard-working, patriotic men and women.
You knew them all by name, by the way.
Well, they're just good people who want to be up here making a difference, but philosophically, the administration has historically had them back 40 to 50 miles in the apprehension business. Well, I'm interested in the prevention business. We ought to be stopping people from crossing that border, not apprehending them after they get inland. So, and the president understood that, and interestingly, he did not know that. I'm comfortable that he was not knowledgeable about where his Border Patrol was stationed, and he gave me indications that he would work with them to move them upward where they can be side by side with the border, or with the DPS, with local law enforcement, with the other individuals who are sending that message all the way down to Central America. Don't send your kids. Don't come up here because the border is secure. It is shut down. You know,
you were able to convince me of something today. I'd always been a proponent, build the fence, build it along the entire border. You convinced me today, after being up in the chopper and seeing strategically located fences in the more heavily populated areas,
makes sense,
that if you have the 3 layers of security and intel, including you want the Predator drones, and you had more boots on the ground, that you'd be able to identify anybody that wanted to cross the border and pretty much secure it 100% with the boots on the ground.
Using money to build a fence 500 miles from here, which is hundreds of miles from any type of metropolitan or even a rural community, doesn't make sense. But you can have aviation assets, you can have fast response teams that can very quickly come into those places, make the apprehensions, make the show of force if that's what's required. So boots on the ground, aviation assets and other technologies, cameras, etc., and the ability to clearly push forward with these individuals and have that presence. You put that type of approach in here and the border will become secure.
You actually used the word that you thought every nook and cranny of that border, between surveillance and cameras and Predator drones, that we'd be able to identify every single square foot.
Every inch of it.
Every inch of it. Going all the way up and down.
Well, we had the technology, that we can do that. It's the reason I asked the President for the FAA's approval to use the Predator drones down here so that the Border Patrol could use it as an asset.
What did he say to that?
I didn't get a response. I mean, I laid out...
He didn't respond to a lot of your questions, did he?
Well,
but
again, you know, I think that's his nature, to not necessarily give an answer. But I hope he will go back. I think he's got a short window of time of which to deal with this. I think the American people are going to expect this president to make some decisions and make some decisions in a hurry. Hopefully Congress is going to move very quickly with a piece of legislation that will fund border security properly. But even if they don't, the president has the ability to get on the phone, call the DOD, tell them to deploy those National Guard troops. And, you know, my plea with him is, Mr. President, if you will do that, then we start unspooling this problem that has been created by bad public policy, by sending incentives to those in different places that you can come here and cross the border and stay here. You put the boots on the ground. You send the message that it is really important that you not send your child on that long, arduous, dangerous journey. You keep those families together, and that's the most compassionate. That's
Nightly News last night had ranchers being interviewed, and they're finding dead bodies of young kids on their ranches, and they're burying them in these, you know, anonymous graves.
And we know that there are children that are being abused on this.
Yep.
So the most humane thing that we can do is to clearly send the message that you cannot send your children, you cannot send your loved ones on this trek, because you're only going to put their life in jeopardy because they're not coming into the United States. If you want to come to the United States, there is a process to do that. There is a line to get in. There is a way to thoughtfully go through the process to become a citizen of the United States, or for that matter, to get a visa to visit here. But this 1,000-plus mile trip on the back of a train, allowing your kids to be abused, to be possibly trafficked once they get here, is not a humane way to deal with it.
One last question, Governor, and as it relates to the National Guard, you realize that's a temporary solution. You want that done while simultaneously training enough troops to secure the border, as you said, every inch of that border, using the technology. Here's the question. What number do you think it would take, just for Texas alone, number of people hired to secure that border completely?
1,000 National Guard troops on a temporary basis, as you rightfully identify, and then 3,000 dedicated Border Patrol agents in the state of Texas. We think that is the minimum amount to do the type of security for the long-term purpose. It may, well, you know, I don't want to go past a year, but here's what I do know. If you will put the National Guard on this border, if you will move forward the Border Patrol. If you will allow Texas and our local law enforcement officials to all work together, which we do, they're a fabulous group of people to work with, that message will be sent back to Central America so fast. I mean, they talk to each other every day. We know that from listening in on conversations. The faith-based group said yesterday that these conversations are being monitored. They hear what they're saying, and they're saying, you know, they're treating us great up here. This is a wonderful place. Come on up. That message has to stop. And the way to stop it is to secure this border with a show of force, both military and other law enforcement-wise, and we can do that.
All right, Governor. Hey, you've been very generous with your time.
Thank you
so
for
much.
being here. This is an important story for America.
It's important for America to see. I agree with you. And thank you for your hospitality.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be a citizen soon, so, you know.
You'll do just fine here.
And by the way, I vote the right way. If people are going to come to Texas, don't bring the policies of New York, Illinois, Pennsylvania, New Jersey with you.
People that come to Texas, we call them givers, not takers.
All right, good to see you, Governor.